welcome.
Thank you.
I am a fan. I'm
Thanks.
a big fan. So wait, you just moved from Florida, right? You moved back to NYC?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, my wife and I moved here, and it's great. I was born and raised here.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's wonderful. I grew up on the Upper West Side, and now we're full circle back on the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I hear we have something in common. You were a Trekkie growing up.
Yeah,
I love Star Trek.
I mean, I grew up at a great time. Star Trek, you know, Jim Kirk, James T. Kirk was, you know, a legend to me. And yeah, one night, my mother was throwing a party, and he showed up at the party.
What?
William Shatner.
How old were you?
I was like 4. Yeah, I was my daughter's age, about my daughter's age, and I freaked out. You know, I was like, what is this? Makes no sense to me. How is Captain Kirk here in my living room?
What a cool childhood.
Yeah, and then of course my mother was like, oh, show him your room because you got all the Star Trek stuff in there. And so I did. I was scared to death. Also at the same time, my mother and I had just been out, and she had bought me like a little Star Trek uniform.
Yeah.
But it wasn't cool. You know, it didn't look like like from the show. It had like little enterprises on it.
Yeah.
You know, it was white.
So I could go to Canal Street and you get Gookie, not Gucci?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, please, I want a Star Trek uniform.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I made it past and took him to my room, and I opened the door, and he was like, the first thing he said was, oh, why do you have a poster of Spock and not me?
Oh my God.
I had like a giant life-size poster of Leonard Nimoy in there. So
at 4 years old, you were probably honest. You're like, he's my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You come second, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's what they got me, so that's what.
That's amazing. What a cool moment as a kid.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. You know,
Well,
I do love William Shatner.
Me too. We just had him here. You can call him Bill.
Yeah.
He has a book. He told us all we can call him Bill.
Okay, good. All right, Bill.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we have permission. So now you're in Spiderwick Chronicles, huge series, huge book series.
Yeah,
have you ever read
based
it?
on these children's books. Yeah, love those books. They're amazing. The series is based on like book 1 and book 5. I play. It was really fun. I mean, I play Mulgarath, who's this ogre.
Yeah.
You know, very, very hungry for humans, ogre. It's a really great story, you know, about a sweet family moving to this small town. They inherit Arthur Spiderwick's big mansion, and you know, the son discovers all of these secrets, and you know, and discovers like a little. It's called a boggart, like a little fairy or something in the house, and then I show up, and oh boy, all hell ensues. It's really something.
Do you like playing those characters more so? It seems more fun.
This one I particularly enjoyed because, well, you know, they had a guy dressed up as Mulgarath, like a big, you know, they had him on the stilts, and, you know, very scary looking character. And then he's supposed to sort of like morph into me at the beginning. And just knowing that kind of creature was inside of me gave me a lot of freedom to, you know, overact and have a great time.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fun.
It was fun.
Do you believe in like the supernatural?
Or
have you ever had any experience?
My wife and I, we checked into this hotel in Miami, the Biltmore Hotel, and it's kind of a creepy hotel, you know. And we got this room, and it was located on the 13th floor. And they did say when we checked in that it does have a history, you know, of haunting.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, come on, you know, this is ridiculous.
I'm not a child.
I'm not a child.
Sir.
I'm beyond this, and I don't believe any of it. And so we went up there, you know, like I said, 13th floor, which was weird.
Yeah.
That is strange. Not that I'm really superstitious or anything, but just a bizarre choice. And, you know, that night while we were sleeping, you know, the lights were flickering and a door flew open. I had like the weirdest nightmare.
What?
It was very strange. Yeah, it was very strange. So after that, I was like, yeah, we're checking out.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't take me long.
That's it. They didn't even charge. We were supposed to be there for like 6 days. They didn't even charge us any extra days. They were like, look, we understand. This happens all the time.
This happens
all the time. Yeah, actually, it's like a special room that people specifically check into if they want to experience a paranormal moment.
I'm gonna need to know the room in the hotel again. Biltmore,
Yeah,
okay.
the Biltmore Hotel in Miami. It has a really weird history.
I've never had this experience. I might check in.
Yeah, it's you'll see. I mean,
I want a door to fly up and be like, "What's up? Where you at?"
yeah, I know.
Where...
Hey guys. Yeah, it's a very weird room. Very. I mean, there were more things that happened, but I can't really go into every detail. It's just not enough time. So.
Okay. That was a look at this new movie, Unfrosted. It premieres May 3rd on Netflix. So Pop-Tarts, unlikely movie topic.
Unlikely, yes.
But a good treat.
But we all want to know the history of Pop-Tarts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I've been
classic.
chomping at the bit for this information. Yeah, no, it's a movie. It's Jerry Seinfeld. He wrote it. He directed it. It's his first directing job. And there we are. And I play, I guess, the evil milkman.
What is your deal with the evil roles lately? Like the bad guy?
I'm embracing it. I'm embracing it. You know, I mean, if that's how you see me,
lean
in.
I don't know. Lean in.
Yeah, lean into it. But yes, the evil milkman who is very upset, because he's got mouths to feed, and Pop-Tarts don't need milk, right?
Yeah.
Aha. There we go. So that's great.
You're like, I don't want to give away too much of the movie.
I don't want. Yeah, I mean, this is but basically, I should let you know that the movie is completely made up in Jerry's mind. I mean, it's set in 1964, which I believe is when the Pop-Tart was actually invented.
Yeah.
But from that point on, there's nothing. You won't learn a thing.
Yeah. It's funny then. It's going to be,
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing authentic in it. It's completely like just this wild, wacky, crazy story with Melissa McCarthy and
love her.
Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
And like the list of people that are the comedians that showed up, they're the funniest people in the world. I mean, we did a read-through of the script, and it was on a Zoom call. And I mean, the faces that were popping up during this read-through were incredible.
Oh, that's fun. What's your favorite Pop-Tart?
I guess blueberry. I like blueberry.
What?
Hey, see? Oh, no?
Cinnamon brown sugar. Cinnamon brown sugar.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah, we did a thing, like a press thing where they wanted us to taste test a lot of Pop-Tarts. And I hadn't had one probably since I was 7. You know,
oh, yeah, me too.
It's been a while.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And so, I had to taste at least a dozen.
Just to figure out.
Yeah. And, I wanted to make sure I ate them all.
Yeah. You don't want to be rude.
I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah.
And the Pop-Tart executives were there.
Yeah.
So, and then I basically, like a rocket, blasted off to the moon. I mean, those things are so riddled with sugar that I was actually having like a physical reaction to it. I had to run around the block like 8 times.
Our little known fact, I just remember this, is on the very first, I was on the first American Idol on our tour. They had all of us tour together.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts was a sponsor.
Okay.
There were Pop-Tarts
they're
everywhere.
Always on the craft service table, backstage, I know.
Especially if you're sponsored. So then they want to see you eating them. And you're like,
right. Photographed with it. And, it's
not
Jerry
great for
Seinfeld's favorite childhood thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what else I learned is that Jerry Seinfeld eats his cereal in a cup, like in a glass. I guess so it doesn't spill or something. I don't know. But it's a very
He does understand that the concept of a cup and a bowl are the same, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all
encased. But yeah, I just thought that was very weird. He must use like a long spoon. I don't know. I've never seen it.
Portion control, like because it's less cereal.
Maybe
I don't know.
that's what it is. I didn't really get to the bottom of it. I just witnessed it.
Interesting.
Yeah, very strange.
All right, well, I have to talk about this because this movie. Okay, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
You have so many amazing movies that I love. But this one changed for me because
look at that guy.
This was, I think, whenever the concept of plot twist came into play for me when I was a kid watching this. Because then all of a sudden you were the half-brother, and I was like, what? That's why he's been hating this whole... So I gotta change... That movie did a lot of things for me, but it also changed how I looked at movies and how storytelling was told.
Sure.
And like the plot twist thing. So what was like a movie for you, like whenever you were a kid, that kind of impacted you and it changed movies for you?
Well, I was, I think, at the right age for Star Wars. Of course.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, I mean, I was there. I mean, I was
it's such an epic thing.
It's epic. It was huge. I mean, when that Star Destroyer flew over our heads in the opening of that movie. You know, and then of course Harrison Ford. I was, I mean, I was Luke Skywalker. I was Han Solo, and you know, I've been them ever since.
Yeah.
My brain. That's
We should all stay children. I love that. Well, so whenever you were coming on, I was like, he's a musician, right? In my head, you're a musician as well.
In your head.
In my head, you're a musician as well. I don't know why I made this up, but this is what I've made up.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have the spirit of a musician for me. I don't know why.
Okay.
But great actor as well. But in my head, you're a musician. So is music a huge thing for you?
Every time I look at the monitor, my eyebrows, I always do that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can only do one.
I see myself in the monitor, and I'm like, hey, why don't we check myself out? How's that? How am I hanging?
You can do both.
I can do both, yes.
I can't do. That's very Jack Nicholson of you.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
I don't know where that comes from. Yeah, exactly.
I love that we went from music to eyebrows.
I know.
Amazing.
I don't know how we made that segue.
Do you love music though?
I do.
Like, okay.
Oh God, yeah. You're amazing. Phenomenal
you don't have
talent.
To say that. You don't have to say. No. I meant like, what are like
Kelly
some of your
Clarkson.
your first concert? Like, what's some of your first music that you feel like changed you?
First concert was actually Prince, the Purple Rain
concert.
I know. It was at
and it was
Madison
all downhill
Square Garden.
from there.
Well, you know, Madison Square Garden. You know, and that was a time like when Eddie Murphy, you know, he's on SNL. He was, you know, the biggest star in the world. And he got up there on the stage at Madison Square Garden and started dancing along with Prince, and that definitely made a huge impression.
That was your first, okay. Well,
Prince,
also,
I was very lucky.
So you're in movies also that I love the soundtrack. Like we're gonna come back to what Les was talking about with Bed of Roses. That is an amazing soundtrack. I love that soundtrack. Robin Hood, great soundtrack.
Look at that.
I need you to know that this movie, like Jesse and I were talking earlier, look, her hand went up like she's in church right now. It's literally that movie set up. I'm kind of mad at you because it kind of set up what I thought love was going to be like. So, you know.
Sorry.
Screw you. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Take it out. No, it did. It set. I will say though, that movie set up a bar.
Love is tough.
I was like, I want to experience. That was so beautiful, and it wasn't easy or perfect or whatever, but it was still a challenging, complicated thing, you know, throughout the movie. But that movie, when I was like younger, set me up for failure. But like, but also, it was just so beautiful.
High expectation,
and the soundtracks are so great. Are you big into the soundtracks of the movies?
I mean, I do love soundtracks.
It's like my favorite music.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
I know. You know, I also love John Williams.
Yeah.
You know, he does all the themes to movies.
Even the scores, it doesn't even have to be like an artist like singing. The people that
the scores, they're incredible. Like you know,
Dune?
Indiana Jones. Dune was amazing.
Incredible.
But Sinatra, my dad was a huge Sinatra fan when I was growing up, so I had a lot of that influence. Got to see him in Vegas actually on New Year's.
What?
That was another good concert.
Dang.
I know. I've had a great concert run.
Yes, yeah. That's incredible. I'm a huge, was your dad a singer or an artist or anything?
Yeah, he was an actor. Total maniac, but you know, just charismatic and wild, and loved Sinatra and could kind of sing like him.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he had some skills.
Oh,
and he passed them on to me, so I'm very grateful.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I can sing like Sinatra. You would be amazed.
In the shower, I sound incredible.
Yes.
Okay, well, in honor of your movie Unfrosted, let's finish up with a lightning fast round of this or that from back when we were kids. So here we go. So I'm gonna read a couple questions of things we used to love. Maybe we still do. And Christian and I will each say which we like better. So let's go. Here we go. Okay, so Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels? Well, Pop-Tarts.
Boy, yeah, Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you have to say it.
I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually do mean it.
Yeah, no, I mean it too.
Okay.
Sure. And yeah, if I didn't say that, Jerry would come out.
You would get, that would be not good.
Yeah.
We set you up there. So MTV or VH1?
I'm gonna go with MTV. It was like the original. I mean, yeah.
They both don't play music now, which is interesting.
It's weird.
But I loved Unplugged. That was one of my favorite things to ever be. So MTV for me.
Okay, Unplugged.
Unplugged was so good.
Amazing. Yeah, to hear that
those
music
albums
acoustically was pretty astonishing.
Yeah, Nirvana's, Mariah's are great.
Yeah, Nirvana. I know.
That was a
I
good
got to see Nirvana also. Another one.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Okay. It's like Prince, like all the this is amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was blessed.
Oh
well, I
my
hosted
gosh.
this was a long time ago, but I hosted the MTV Awards. And they were all there, and I basically sat on the stage and just watched these great performers. Sting, you know, he was there.
That's incredible. I have seen Sting. Sting was incredible. Sting and Annie Lennox did a tour together. I got to host a show and I got to see Janet Jackson live like that because I was hosting, so I got to stand side stage and I was like, "What is my life?"
Amazing concerts. Yeah.
You went there too?
Barbra Streisand.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I didn't know I was such a concert fan. Oh.
Goodness.
Back to me now.
Oh my gosh, you've literally named all the greats. Fine. All right, well, Teddy Ruxpin or Care Bears? I'm Care Bears all the way.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, that means you're not.
I might go with Teddy, I guess. I don't know, just to be, you know,
I love Sunshine
controversial.
Bear. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I loved Care Bears. I had them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Teddy could talk, so that was sort of a fun thing.
Yeah. I like to talk and I like people to listen, so I like Care Bears.
Care Bears was silent. Very nice.
I never shut up, Christian. So
that's great.
I'm working on it. 5th season in. Here we go. Hot Pockets or Bagel Bites? Hot Pockets.
Oh, wow.
Did we just break up? Okay, cool.
No. I think it's good for opposites attract.
Okay, there you go.
Right? I mean,
you like
my
Bagel
wife
Bites.
and I are completely different people.
Okay.
You know, I'm like this, and she's like, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going with Bagel Bites.
Okay, I'm a Hot Pocket. I grew up on them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My daughter loves Bagel Bites too, so that's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Air Jordans or Converse?
These are big.
I'm gonna not say mine first. Which
Yeah.
ones?
All right. I'm going Converse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know you can design them?
That is pretty amazing. I didn't know that.
I ran into a mom picking my kid up, and I was like, "Your shoes are so cool." And she said, "My son designed them." I was like, "What do you mean? Your son's like, what?" And you can do it online. I didn't know.
Online.
Yes.
You can do anything.
Oh, and my kids to design my shoes.
Wow.
Okay, Wham or this is hard. Wham or Run DMC?
That is hard. I know.
I love both.
Me too. Should we just?
I think I'm gonna have to go with George Michael.
Okay,
Wham though.
I'm with you on that.
I like Run DMC though a lot.
I know.
So that's a close for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are like different moods.
They are totally.
I mean, Wham and Run DMC.
It's like apples and oranges. I love them both. You know, and Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Go. I love you right now with your dad jokes. All right, we need another
great
break.
concert. Oh,
Did you see Wham too?
Of course.
Shut up. I love George Michael.
Yeah. Oh, Faith. I mean, when he was solo also, like, you know.
Oh, cool. You got to see both, did you?
Yeah.
I'm so happy with you in your life. I'm so great for you, Christian.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a great life.
Yeah,
Great
cool.
life.
We need another break. Unfrosted starts streaming May 3rd on Netflix, and you can also see Christian in the Spiderwick Chronicles, the 8-part series on Roku.
You don't even need a subscription. How about
which is kind of beautiful. You don't have to pay. I like that. That starts streaming April 19th on Roku channel. We'll be right back with. Everybody likes free 95.